Well, Drewby, it's there's been a lot of action since the last time we recorded on Sunday night. A lot of teams have lost 2 in a row. A lot of teams are like collapsing in front of our eyes in the last 5 to 13 seconds of a game. CJ McCollum might be the best player of all time. I think there might be a discussion that needs to be had about Jokic and the Nuggets. I think there's another discussion that might need to be happening about the Timberwolves and Rudy Gobert potentially, Jaden McDaniels. There's a lot to get into on today's Apollo NBA show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel at the Apollo NBA show. Hit that subscribe button wherever you get the audio podcasts like Apple and Spotify. I'm your host, Tony Shankman, joined always by Drew Preety. How we doing, bud?
What up, buddy? Yeah, CJ basically just picked up where Trey left off. You know what I'm saying?
Shocking.
New York, they need a villain. You know, they need somebody that they can't blame their own team. They gotta blame somebody else.
It's unreal. I guess we just start with them in the Knicks.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges, welcome to the trade block. It's
Dude,
over.
I don't understand. Like, you put up 0 points. Not only is it 0 points, but it's like he shot the ball 3 times, and they were all in the first half. So that means second half he's literally just doing cardio, like no shot attempts in second half, just running around the court. And also, not playing great defense either because CJ's putting up like 30 on you guys.
The most shocking thing, obviously, he only plays 20 minutes, which is like not a normal Mikal Bridges game. Like they took him out because he was so bad. He was a minus 26 in those 20 minutes. Karl-Anthony Towns in 34 minutes was a plus 22.
He's been their best player this series.
And Deuce was a plus 16 in his minutes. He played 31, but like those two guys were pretty much the only additives for the Knicks. Everyone is either negative or plus 3 or worse.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, so since we've recorded, they've lost 2 games in a row. They're down 2-1 the series, and both those losses were decided by 1 point. Yeah. They're decided by 1 point. They lost by 1 point in both those. So it's like if Bridges gives you literally anything.
Do you think if he just doesn't play, they win the game?
Yeah, additive.
He's the minus 26. Like Mitchell Robinson was bad too. He was minus 18, but like
I know Mitch has not been great, which is weird.
No.
Because he was really good in the playoffs last year, getting a lot of offensive rebounds and getting
It's
like
a
second
weird
possessions.
lineup for Mitch to go against, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's not. You know, with Okongwu being able to space the floor, it's not your like typical. Although, I mean,
maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's hurt again.
I mean, I feel like this guy's he's been hurt his whole career probably.
Right.
But yeah, if Bridges gives them anything, they're probably up 3-0 in this series. You know what I mean? Like he gives them anything, especially last game. Like last game, they probably would have won. Game 2, though, it's another collapse like they had
in the
postseason last year. They're up 14 with 3 minutes left. It's like pretty reminiscent of the Pacers game 1, where Halburn hits that shot and does a classic Reggie Miller choke job. I don't know what it is about this team. I think what I've been looking at too, I think a lot of it's not only Bridges is just playing like he's a ghost out there, but Brunson, let's just give a quick shout out to Kobe. He's averaging like 24 shots a game. and the next highest guy is Cat with 12. And Brunson's like efficiency has just been like not great.
Fine. It's not like the worst. He's shot 47.8%. Like it's close to 50. Like that's fine last night. But the fact that Cat was a plus 22 with only 21 points and only got 12 shots and was shooting 60% from the field essentially is bad.
Yeah, it's hero ball again. And I think the Knicks fans, like from what I've seen, they're pretty tired of watching him kind of just like dribble the air out of the ball. It's like
that last possession is the epitome of what Jalen Brunson has been because he takes it, he goes to the corner where that is like the no-no spot on the floor in a do or die situation where you need 2 points to take the lead, 1 point to tie. Like, don't go to the fucking corner. Stay at the top of the key, try to run a fucking play or something, or try to get it to someone, and then he just throws a hospital pass essentially to someone in the middle of the key. Like, someone save me. I'm 5'11". I can't get a shot up right here. Like, what was the plan? And I'm not an NBA basketball player, but we were D3 athletes. There was a plan every time we went into a race.
There's always a plan. Yeah, there's always a plan.
And you were a distance swimmer. There had to be a plan. You can't just go balls to the wall the first 100.
Right.
Yeah,
little
like you
pace.
really had to have a plan, but I always
Yeah.
had a plan heading into a race, and like that is essentially a race. You have 13 plus seconds, right, to go get a point, to tie it, to go to OT. That's all you needed was a point. All you needed to go was to the free throw line, or grab a layup, or grab a 2-pointer, or even a 3-pointer, and they couldn't do that. And like OG Anunoby's like the key to this team as well, and he was really good. He had 29 points and only shot 16 times. Like you have a combined what? 28 shots between the two of them, and Jalen Brunson's like, give me 23.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
it starts to fall.
OG almost saved them last night too. Or was that last night?
Good.
He almost saved them
It was last night.
they were stalling out on offense again. It's Brunson just kind of doing ISO and getting stopped by Dyson Daniels or Nah, dude. Nah's been awesome this series.
Nah's been sick.
But and then he's just getting these like hospital passes with like 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and he hit 2 of them to actually put the Knicks up by 1 with like maybe a minute left. So he almost saved them. OG almost saved them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, with the plan, they had just called a timeout. It wasn't like this was like a live ball scenario where they didn't have any instruction from the coaching staff. Like,
sure,
they had just called a timeout. There's 10 seconds left. I don't know why they didn't run like a pick and roll with Cat and have like Brunson going downhill where he can like either get to a spot or pass back out to the Cat for a 3. Like,
I feel better about that.
Yeah, it's him ISOing and like you said, getting stuck, going to the corner, for some reason like trying to get around to the baseline and then just like, it was not, which is weird because clutch player of the year last year, and he was good in the clutch this year. Like, I don't know, maybe it was just one of those times where he just made the wrong move and there was enough time left to back out.
I mean, when he made the hospital pass, there's still 6+ seconds left.
Yeah,
that ball bounced around for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it went off Hart, and then he had to chase after it, and then it was the game.
Why was Josh Hart in the game? Like, is Mike Brown coming back next year with this Knicks team? I don't like. Is he gone with Mikal Bridges?
Point. Yeah, it's like if you're calling a timeout and you can trade defense for offense, offense for defense. You know,
why was Josh Hart out there? Did he have 2 points last night?
Yeah,
2 points.
Maybe they were thinking if there was a miss, he could have gotten like a tip in. I don't know.
He was 1 for 9, 0 for 4 from 3. He had 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. Like, he just like did all the other things, but he just didn't fucking score. And like, you're out there to score 2 points. You would put your guys out there to score 2 points in that situation. And like Deuce had 15 points last night. Jalen Brunson has 26, obviously. Cat, OG, and then you're just throwing Hart out there because I know you can't put Bridges out there last night, but like even fucking Jordan Clarkson, like someone that could shoot a 3-pointer, like would be good in that situation. I don't know.
Yeah, Clarkson
could be wrong.
Clarkson's averaging 8 points a game in this series. Bridges is averaging 7. We should also mention Bridges got traded for 5 first-round picks. 4 of those are unprotected. Like,
do you get a first-round pick for Mikal Bridges this summer if you're trading him? Like, I don't know.
Right now,
no. I mean, ATL all-time low.
No, if it ends on like. If they end up not winning another game, absolutely not. They get busted out of the first round. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
This is what's happened with Julius Randle. Like, they had to just get rid of Julius Randle because they couldn't win with him, and then they swap him for Cat. And then like, last year Cat wasn't as good, but like this year Cat's been really good, and he's been really good this series. And Jalen Brunson's like, no, I got it. So now it's like you have so many problems. And if the Hawks just bring back CJ and Kuminga and maybe do one other thing this offseason, it's like, oh yeah. We'll just overtake the Knicks next year.
I know, McCollum, dude. I mean, you got to think about – I wonder if they really decide –
I don't think you do it, but depends. Like, does CJ like Atlanta, and how much money does he need? That's the issue.
Well, I mean, if they beat the Knicks this postseason, they'll probably bring him back.
A little 2-year deal.
Yeah, I would think so.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how this team is
option.
Honestly.
I don't know.
I think, like, from what I've seen, the Knicks are the better team. Obviously, game 2, they blow another awful lead.
Yeah.
And they really should have. I mean, it is in Atlanta. The home team's going to shoot better. So we always have that. The bench is always going to play better. We have that.
Sure.
But just, I can't believe this team's down 2-1, you know?
And it's not like the free throw advantage. Like, sure, the Hawks got 6 more free throws, but they made the same amount of free throws. They shot 69% as opposed to 90% from the stripe. Like, they didn't even take advantage of the advantage that they got there. The Knicks were 28% from three. The Hawks were 39. That's like the biggest discrepancy, I think. Their field goal percentages are roughly the same. Like the Hawks made their threes but missed their free throws, and at the end of the day, that's what helped them, which is pretty funny. That
I don't
CJ
think
was like, I got to make my free throws, and was still like 70% last night.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's blaming the officiating on this series. I think it's purely been the Hawks of maybe. Hey, Quinn Snyder, little redemption arc. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he was getting some heat. You know, when Trey was still on the team. You know, is he still? You know, the Jazz. Like, he had Mitchell and Gobert to pump up. You know, is that why they were the number one seed? Is that why they were good? And he's had this team cooking.
Yeah, I don't know. Good for the Hawks, like taking care of business in those two games, like being able to come back in game 2 and then being able to hold on in game 3. So like that's pretty fun. I said Hawks in 6, which was kind of weird.
Y'all did.
You sent a text.
I did.
Like, I think I like this call. And after game 1, I was like, fuck. I fucking missed. I missed real hard there. I've missed on a handful of other ones already in round 1, but like felt so good about that one heading into game 1. And then when they kind of got crushed there in the fourth quarter. But then they come back in win these next 2 games. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, you and Shelly had the preview pod, and I texted y'all, and I was like, dang, y'all are really high on the Hawks, and we always fall into that trap where we're like,
we do.
Preseason, we love the Hawks.
Good call.
But yeah, y'all, I mean, it's definitely going to be, at this point, you know, it's going to be 6 or 7, so.
Yeah, and it was a Jalen Brunson conversation. It was just like not having faith in him. And then game 1, he has 19 in the first quarter. Like, fuck, missed real hard. And then the next 2 games, I'm like, maybe I was right.
Maybe you're right. We're going to find out. Game 4 is going to be, I mean, they get on 3-1, it's probably over. So this is kind of a do or die game for the Knicks coming up.
Next team I want to talk about is the Nuggets.
Yeah, I got to.
Speaking about the misses, I was like, yeah, Nuggets in 6. This is easy, which very much still could happen. They could go win 3 in a row, right? But they're down 2-1 in this series. And my question for you about this series is more about a certain player. We talk about Jokic as one of the greatest players of all time. Top 20 for sure, right? And with all the MVPs and the things that he does, the rebounds, the assists, the way that he can score and run an offense and all that kind of stuff. He's Bill Walton, basically reimagined, but healthier and bigger and like worse on defense. That's kind of it, right?
Yeah.
We love Jokic here. Do we overrate Jokic based on regular season stats versus playoff like performances? Because he's never really had a healthy team outside of 1 year where they win the finals, where they never beat a single 50-win team on the way to the finals. And that's always kind of a thing. And like you look at the Dirk championship where he goes through all of those like Hall of Famers and the best teams in the NBA. And then you look at Jokic's ring where he does win the ring and he's the best player in the NBA, obviously, but they never had to play a 50-win team. Thought that was interesting. But it's like ever since then, you would think a supernova player would be able to just take over series and get to the finals at least one more time, or the Western Conference Finals. And it's more of a, yeah, he's a top 20 player, but is he actually close to being the top 12 player, or is he more like that 17 to 20 range? And I think that's where I'm falling right now based on the playoff things, because like you have no Aaron Gordon and all of a sudden you can't elevate. It's weird.
Yeah. I think there's 2 sides to that, like you both hit on. One side is this team that he's been on for the past 5 years really has not been healthy. Jamal Murray was out for like 2 postseasons in a row. He comes back finally. They have Aaron Gordon. They win a ring. Last year, or what was it? They won in 2023. 2024, they blow that historic
the game 7
20-point lead, game 7 to Minnesota. And then last year, Gordon gets hurt in game 6, game 7 against Thunder. So there's that part, right, where his team has been a little banged up.
Yeah.
But then there's the other part where you're talking about where if you are a 3-time MVP, you have won a ring, you have won finals MVP, we should expect you to probably not lose these huge leads. And it's always against the Wolves for some reason. Like, it was 20 points in game 7 2 years ago, and then it was 19 points in game 2 a few days ago. So if you're Jokic, like, you at a certain point, you need to take over the game. And I think part of it too is like his best attribute is getting his teammates involved. But if they're hurt and he's relying on guys who are coming off the bench or, not super, super all-stars.
Yeah.
If he, that's kind of the upside and the downside where it's like he gets these guys involved. That's why he's so great. But if the guys he's playing with aren't good enough to go against the team they're playing against, maybe it balances out. And that's what we're seeing. And to his credit, like he shot the ball a lot more last game in game 3, but he was terrible.
Didn't make any of them.
Gobert kind of locked his ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like he was not good in the post. His 3-ball has been atrocious since he came back from injury. He was shooting 40%, I saw, before he got injured this year. He's like in the 30s, 20s since he came back from injury. He's 20% for the 3 games that have happened so far this series. I think you're right. If he's a 3-time MVP, and we think he's top 20 all time, he's 20 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like if he can't beat this team that I think a lot of people thought the Nuggets were going to win, like Nuggets in 6, I think was the consensus, where it's like Ant's coming in with a runner's knee.
Doesn't
how
look
much
good
are we
still.
really? Yeah, exactly, and he hasn't been like. He has not been explosive supernova.
His game 1 was the best one, and they've won the next 2.
Yeah, so
we
got to talk about Jamal Murray too. I mean, he's also bad. It's like his first All-Star season.
It's his best year.
It's best year. Again, another reason why we thought this team was going to win in this round 1 series, and they still might. Right, they're only down 2-1.
Yeah.
But Gordon getting hurt and being out for game 3 sucks. This team needs Peyton Watson to come back. And I was thinking about it. He's kind of their only really athletic, like, wing player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to talk about McDaniels was like, after game 2, was like, this team sucks defensively. Jokic sucks. Murray sucks. Cam Johnson sucks.
Bad.
No one can guard us. And he's not. I mean, and then you would think game 3, the Nuggets would come out, like, pissed. And they got whooped.
Yeah, I bring up the Jokic thing because, like, obviously he still has 27 points, but he was 11 of 11 from the free throw line. So, like, 11 of those points came from the free throw line. I compare Jokic to Luka. Like, if the 3-ball's not working, you should be able to do the other things. Whereas Luka, typically, if the 3-ball's not working and he still shoots 10 threes and he goes 2 for 10, he's still getting the mid-range. He's still getting in the post. He's still making layups and that kind of stuff. Whereas, obviously, Jokic has to go against Rudy Gobert, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. It's a different matchup, right? It's a completely different thing. But usually the best wing defender plays Luka. Luka's still able to get to a spot, get points, get buckets, as opposed to having to rely on the free throws to get to that 27-point mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad. Jamal Murray going 0 for 5 from 3 when that's like supposed to be your thing is really bad. Just none of them made threes. They only had 16 points. Tim Hardaway Jr. being your 3rd highest scorer at 11 points is a real fucking problem because he doesn't play defense. He's a cone as well. Yeah. And then Cam Johnson was just a complete miss this whole season. I really liked that addition in the offseason, and he's just like not even really been fine for this team, and that's the issue. It's like you thought you made a good swap here with MPJ, who has his best year because he has the keys to the kingdom and can shoot 40 times a game. It's different. Right. But, like, would you rather just have MPJ this year than Cam Johnson right now? I think the answer is yes, because you can't score enough on this Timberwolves team, which has a couple of good defenders, but it's Julius Randle and like some other guys that like should in theory be able to score on, and you're not.
Yeah, I'm super happy you brought up the MPJ thing because I was gonna say, like, it turns out you need somebody who can create off the dribble. Cam Johnson
get their own shot.
Yeah, for the past maybe his whole entire career, honestly, it's just kind of a standing in the corner and shoot guy, and he's labeled as a 3-and-D guy, but his defense has not lived up to, like, it's more like hearsay than actual like statistical evidence and gameplay evidence. Like if you have MPJ and Cam defensively, okay, maybe Cam's like a little bit better, but offensively,
slightly,
Michael Porter Jr. is way up here. I mean, Cam had 12 points a game this year. MPJ is at 24, and like you said, he has the keys.
It's different.
And, it's getting more shots up, but
that
he also is able to
maybe?
Like hit a pump fake and then drive a little bit and then hit a midi or hit a layup around Julius Randle, and Cam Johnson
hit some
seems
threes.
Like he can't do that. It turns out he was a lot more important to this team than I think
anyone realized.
People gave him credit for, and I think a lot of it too, like is half of it, they were tired of that experience, and half of it I think was a salary dump. Like
Oh,
he's getting
100%.
paid 38 mil this year. Cam Johnson's getting paid 21 mil this year.
Yeah, it's why they were able
So
to bring back Braun,
right.
Hardaway. Like
Well,
that
yeah.
they got the gang back together basically.
They paid the wrong young superstar. They should have paid Watson. They paid Brown, Christian Brown.
Yeah.
They should not
And
have done
then
that.
and then bringing back Bruce Brown, who has literally been damaged goods ever since he left that championship team, has not been good in any way, shape, or form. And then bringing
Yeah.
him back, like, we'll fix him. It's not, didn't work.
Yeah.
And the other side,
yeah.
the Timberwolves, Io is the best trade acquisition of the year by far. Like 25 points, 10 and 15 shooting. Like didn't even make a three. Like 9 assists. Like that's exactly what the Timberwolves needed because you can't trot out the ghost of Mike Conley anymore in crunch time. And they just get this guy, and he's been fucking phenomenal. Like Naz Reid hasn't even had like that good of a series where he's kind of been a pretty good X factor for them in past years in the playoffs. Now it's Io, and then like Bones Highland is just like kind of good now. Strength, like fine, like exactly what you need on the bench.
Yeah, exactly what you need.
Thing.
Exactly what you need. A heat guy off the bench, which again, like the Nuggets would probably kill for at this point. It's like
you only had to play 42 seconds of Mike Conley. That's the biggest thing. Is like he's older now, and like it was great for the regular season. You trade him and you get him back and all that kind of shit. But like this is exactly what the Wolves needed, especially when Ant is like not okay.
I know. That's what's so crazy is like this team. He is like their kind of guy that gets them going, and he's been banged up, and it's really been a lot of like props to Julius Randle, props to Gobert for locking down Jokic. I mean, Jokic has he had the most rebounds and assists like per game for the regular season. He had 11 assists for the season. He's at 7 right now for the series with 4 turnovers. So it's not even like he's. I mean, it's just like the turnover assist ratio is terrible. It's no way. No matter how you look at it, he's had this is probably his worst playoff series, I think, out of his entire career.
Yeah. Against probably the worst version of the Wolves, arguably.
I would agree.
The ones that they played against and like the 3 series this is the 3rd series, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the 4th. Like this is the worst version of the Wolves because Ant is this hurt and you're relying on Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels and Dante DiVincenzo and these guys that like we've
Dante's
seen already.
Hot.
Dante was really good. Plus 20, right? He had 15 points. He shot 46%, like 37 from 3. Like exactly what you kind of want out of him, like expect out of him, I guess, coming in.
Would the Knicks rather have Dante than Mikal right now? Like if they could
redo the Dante trade and Randle. Can they have both of them?
If they could redo the trade, would they just give up Mikal with Randle and just keep Dante?
Yeah,
maybe. That's crazy.
That's what they need, right? Because Josh Hart's like fucking nothing on offense anymore.
I know.
Like 2 years ago, Josh Hart was like, "Yeah, I'll give you 30 and 20 rebounds." Now it's like, Josh Hart, what do you do on offense?
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's kind of like in that Draymond Green role where he's like, he'll get some boards. He'll make not some threes occasionally, but he's not. Yeah, he's not that.
But yeah, and then Rudy Gobert might be having his best playoff series of all time.
I think he's tired.
His numbers aren't crazy, but like the defense on Jokic, which he's always been good at defending Jokic, but Jokic has always kind of found a way to still score on him, pulling him out and like to the 3-point line and that kind of stuff. But if Jokic isn't making those, then Gobert's going to look even fucking better against Jokic. I don't know. He's been playing so well. Randall's been good. Nothing crazy, but like good. Jaden McDaniels had a really good game after talking a bunch of shit, which is always good.
Backed it up.
Yeah. Credit to the Wolves. I mean, I didn't see this one coming. I had a lot more faith in the Nuggets, especially with Ant being hurt. But
I did too. Hey,
what can you do?
Shout out Minnesota, baby.
Get cold like Minnesota, Lil Yachty, 2016.
You got KG back in the building. It's good vibes over there.
Hey, there's this science that I like to point out with Mississippi State sports is like if they're playing on the same day or the same week, only one team can do well and win. Minnesota might have that problem. They lose game 1, same day as the Wild played the Stars, my Stars, Clean Sheet of Ice, our Texas Hockey podcast on the Impala Media podcast.
Wild win game 1.
Wild win game 1. Wolves lose game 1, right?
Yeah.
Wild lose game 2. Wolves win game 2. Wild lose game 3. Wolves win game 3. There is a science here in Minnesota, and they don't even play in the same city or arena. One of them's in St. Paul, one of them in Minneapolis. But there might be a science going on.
That's funny. Who plays? who's next? Are the Wild play next or the Wolves play next?
So
we know who's
Wild play
what's gonna
on
happen.
Saturday, and so do the Wolves. Wild play first
Okay, so we'll
at
know
4:30.
the outcome then.
Yeah, so the Wild play at 4:30, aka 4:52, because the fucking NHL's stupid. Like I can't get over it. And then the Wild play on Saturday night at 7:30, Game 4.
All right, we got the Wolves play at 7:30.
Science. We're doing an experiment, scientific method here.
We got to keep this going. If this happens again, we're bringing it back up on the pod.
Then we'll clip it and use it because there might be a science going on right now.
That's funny.
I don't know. Just pointing it out. The Rockets are bad.
Yeah, what is it? Is it game? Are they playing tonight for game 3? Is that tonight?
They play tonight at 7 p.m. like a normal start time, so that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. We talked about them after game 1. Obviously, game 1 reaction is our last podcast. Our last show.
KD comes back.
Yeah, so we have game 2. KD comes back.
9
turnovers.
Man.
I don't want to put all the blame on him.
No, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's a roster construction and coach problem. That is the fault with the Rockets. It's bad. We're having to rely on a 37-year-old KD to just like do everything for your team is a recipe for disaster.
I know. And I was trying to think like this, he's not been the number one option on a legitimate playoff team since
Golden State.
I guess the Nets. Yeah. When they went like head to head with Giannis and the toe game and all that. But like since the Nets, right? His last game with the Nets, their last series, they get swept by Boston, 0-4. He goes to Phoenix. He gets one playoff run with Chris Paul. They lose the Nuggets when the Nuggets win the championship. The next year, I think they get swept by the Wolves in the first round.
Swept by Ant, yeah.
You know, and then he misses the playoffs last year with the Suns totally altogether. And now this is happening this year. So KD really has not won a meaningful playoff series since he's been with the Nets as the number one guy.
Getting outplayed by 41-year-old LeBron, which all season we're like, man, he's lost all the steps.
He was saving himself, dude. He was saving himself.
Literally just what did we used to call that in swimming? What did you used to do? Sandbag? Sandbagging the shit out of people in the 500 and the mile. Like,
that's smart. That's smart. He should be. He's 41 years old. He should sandbag it. He should chill in the regular season.
But the 9 turnovers was kind of just the issue because I think the Rockets had more double-digit scores. They didn't have the high point scorer at all. Like Şengün literally doesn't play defense in any way, shape, or form. Like you got a good Jabari Smith game. Like Amin was actually pretty good. Like 9 assists, 5 boards, 16 points, shot well from the floor.
He's been their best player.
Yeah, by a long shot. And then you got an extra 10 points from Tari Eason, which he was 4-14. Like he was the one bad shooter, but that he was the only bench points. I think.
Yeah.
No one else scored a bench point.
Yeah, and then you had who was
Reed
it?
Shepherd
Jason Tate was just basically like pissing off LeBron. Like the only thing he did was come into the game and shove LeBron and make LeBron even more mad and like more fired up to win. Like
that
what are you doing?
The clip from like the second row on the side of someone videoing that from their phone was so bad because you could see LeBron just like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking drill this. Like once I get that ball, you're fucked.
I know.
Reed Shepherd coming in and the team is actually like a plus in those 5 minutes, and then Reed gets yanked and plays another 5 minutes after that. 10:33, and he was like the only kind of like positive threat for the Rockets around the arc. Like he literally didn't make a shot, and he was good because he just like spaced out the floor for the Rockets in theory. Like he wasn't even making
in theory. And that's kind of all you need right now in theory, because when KD is getting doubled, he's passing to a non-shooter. So the defense doesn't have to worry about running back out to the 3-point line. And if the non-shooter can't shoot the 3 and they're coming into the paint to hit a layup, dunk, whatever, the defense can just collapse into the paint because again, they don't have to worry about hitting other like guys on the arc. It's going to come down to Ime event. This is how the series is going to play out in my eyes. Either Ime trusts Reed and plays him actually like 30 minutes a game. And no matter what, he plays him 30 minutes a game. He either is making these shots or he's not, but he's
Or he's
giving the
not.
offense an opportunity to be a legitimate like NBA offense, or he doesn't
Mhm.
trust Reed and he plays him 5 minutes again, 10 minutes again, and this offense stalls out and they lose. I think you have like, I
You
think
just have
the
to play him.
solution is you have to play him. You have to do it. He's the only other guy on this team that can actually like make defenses worry about leaving KD.
Was it a tweet or a text in our group chat? I can't remember, but it was like the last time Ime Udoka swept or had KD as the number one option in a playoff series, or was going against him. He double teamed him with Marcus Smart, and they swept him 0-4. And now he has Marcus Smart on the other end, and all they're doing is just double teaming KD with Marcus
Yeah.
Smart again, like
Yeah.
5-6 years later.
The Celtics, when they got swept, like I was saying, like when he was in the Nets, they got swept by the Celtics, and Smart was guarding him.
And Marcus Smart, like just being dead for 3 years, and all of a sudden now in the playoffs is like, here's 25, and I'm going to double team KD, and like it's just we're going to get 9 turnovers out of them and be fine without Luka, without Reeves, like without their entirety of their offense. Essentially, LeBron's like not like shooting the lights out with 8 of 20, like 40%, not great, but like putting up 28, 8 and 7. Just a traditional LeBron stat line after having a Magic Johnson prime stat line in game 1. And then Marcus Smart's like, hey, I got you 25. Luke Kennard's like, yeah, I'll just average 25 this series. How about that? While we wait on the guys to come back.
Dude, it makes me like my stomach like literally is like turning. Like I can't believe we're talking about like Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard like being like
this is
the
so
second
bad
and third
for
banana against this Rockets team that has like young athletic guys like who should be able to guard these dudes and make sure they don't put up 20 points a game, 25 points a game, 30 points a game.
And like they're not using the bench either. Lakers are like don't have a bench right now. Rui played 42 minutes. Luke Kennard played 42 minutes. LeBron played 39 minutes. Marcus Smart played 35 minutes. He had DeAndre Ayton playing 26 minutes in a pretty pivotal game too.
How many minutes did Jackson Hayes play? You know what I'm saying? Like
he played 21 minutes.
Hayes is putting up 21 minutes in a playoff game, and you guys are losing. Like
Jake LaRavia is playing 16 minutes. Bronny is averaging 3 minutes a game and doing jack shit, and they just keep putting him in for no fucking reason. It's like, here's 3 minutes, Bronny. Go fucking run around and get some cardio, pal.
It's like 3 minutes for Smart to like take a breath, and to like
get an IV for 3 minutes, basically.
Yeah, to come off KD for like 1 second.
Like Maxi Kleber's just not playing. Dalton Connect's not playing. Like Maxi Kleber's had a lot of playoff moments over the years, this decade.
He has. I think I guess JJ just kind of was like.
Yeah, it's like not worth it. Whatever.
Yeah. It's
unbelievable that the Lakers are doing this, and unbelievable that the Rockets are doing the other way.
Game 3 tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. It'll be fun. Wemby, concussion.
Yeah.
Game 2. He's already running and playing and practicing and shit, which is very weird that you leave a game being concussed. Obviously, they lose that game, which I didn't see coming. I saw a sweep in this one. You didn't, but I did. Yeah, him leaving and like it was still a tight game and everything, but like I can't believe that he's already practicing and running. Like I don't know. Concussions just seem like something you shouldn't play around with. It happened in hockey in game 1. One of the Minnesota Wild players gets like elbowed in the face, plays the rest of the game, and he hasn't played since.
Yeah, dude, it's
from a concussion. And it wasn't like I think Wemby's concussion was just the same as this other guy in hockey. Like it was very similar, kind of where their head works and everything.
Yeah,
Wemby leaves the game, which was good. Zuccarello
he passed out. He went unconscious. Like, and that's a long. Like if you watch the clip, he's 8 feet tall. That's a long fall from 8 feet up for your head smacking against the pavement. You know the hard.
Yeah, like. Humble brag. When I played golf with Alonzo Mourning, I was like, how long you been playing golf? He said, not long enough. I'm so fucking far away from the ball.
Yeah, they're just they're giant.
And you're looking up at him at 5'8" and looking up at a 6'10" dude that might be like 6'9" now because he's older and shrinking. Right. Like that's Wemby's like a foot taller than that.
Yeah.
That's his neck looked like Tua. Down. When Tua couldn't hold his head up when every time he got hit, like, and he just would smack. That's what it looked like when Wemby went down. And that's not saying Wemby doesn't have a strong neck. It's just saying that he went down fucking 8 feet and
very
face
hard.
planted essentially.
Yeah.
Like, tough look. And like Scoot Henderson, welcome back. Welcome to the league. Maybe not welcome back. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the league. Honestly, I don't think he was ever here. Yeah, so welcome in general. But Wemby with the concussion, like you're saying. On average, players who have had a concussion in the NBA are out a week to 10 days.
Yeah.
So that would put him out for at least game 3, probably game 4.
Yeah, I would.
But if
At
he's
least, right?
like you said, there's reports he's already kind of running around. So my guess is
That
he's
makes
probably gonna
sense.
be out for game 3, and we'll probably see him for game 4 is my guess, which is good because the Spurs, and this is why I originally had the Spurs in 6 when I was going through my preview for this. If Wemby's hurt, which he is, and even if he's not hurt, you're relying on a team that doesn't have like the best jump shooters. And I know like Fox
Yeah.
and Harper and Castle have had like since like the All-Star break, they've had like, increases in their production and their efficiency. But overall, it gets a little shaky. And in the fourth quarter, they were up 13, and it was another kind of like little collapse like the Knicks. Like they're up 13 in the fourth quarter. You expect them to finish that game out, even without Wemby. Fox was 1 for 6. Castle was 1 for 4. Their shots are going to be a lot harder with Wemby not out there because the defense doesn't have to worry about an alien freak in the paint who's just roaming around the basket. They can actually hone in on you.
Yeah. I don't even know what to think about this series. It's a weird one.
I think the Spurs are going to be fine. They were 12 and 6
should.
without Wemby this season.
Yeah, they
when
played really well the first 10 games without Wemby, right?
Cornette's an awesome backup. That was a great pickup in the offseason. But it's going back to Portland, and they're going to be fired up. The series tied 1-1. And if they can steal game 3, and now they're up in the series 2-1, now you're really giving them life.
How mad do you think the owner is that he has to go back and get another plane for game 5 in hotels?
So I've seen this guy is like cheap or whatever. What?
All right, yeah, I'll give you the lowdown because he's the Hurricanes owner in hockey, Carolina Hurricanes. I've never been there, and our buddy Justin Staub, he is the biggest Carolina Hurricanes fan. I literally was texting him last night about it. Like we love playoff hockey, we love the Hurricanes, we love the Stars. Like that arena is grade A, worst in the league. By a long shot. There haven't been any updates since they basically built the thing. The pictures on the wall are from dozens of years ago, like that they haven't changed out of the frames. They like don't dust it. They don't get like premium hotels. They play in Raleigh instead of Charlotte. Like everything is cheap about that team in contracts and everything that they do. Like they do not hand out like giant contracts. Like they have some of the best players in the game, and they just refuse to play them. They make these big trades at the deadline for like Jake Gensel and some other players that are going to be UFAs after the playoff run, but they have the cap space to sign them, and they choose not to get to the number. They did it with Mikko Rantanen, who plays for the Stars now. They traded him 2 months before the deadline. He played 13 games for the Hurricanes, and then he was like, I'm not staying here. Yeah. I refuse to stay here. Trade me before the deadline, and traded him to the Stars, where he signed an extension for 8 years that same day on the trade.
Wow.
That is speaking volumes because that team goes to the Eastern Conference Finals every fucking year. They win the most games in the regular season every fucking year in the Eastern Conference, but they refuse to spend money on the super duper star, which is going to carry you over the hump into the Stanley Cup Finals every year because they trade for the guy and then they never sign the guy. And they have incredible players. They have all these dudes that love Raleigh. They love the Hurricanes. They love the fans. They don't spend money at the end of the day. They spend enough money to be really good, but not enough to go win a cup. And that is the problem with the Portland Trailblazers because they've already cut on like food and towels and like media, like social media people. They've already cut a bunch of people as soon as this guy took over. And like, you don't really have to pay anyone right now. Like, isn't Denny under contract? Like Scoot's still a rookie deal. Klingen's a rookie deal. Kamara just got a new deal, right? Like you got Drew Holiday, you got Dame. Like,
but when it comes up, you're saying that's not going to happen. Like Denny should start already getting ready to leave.
Denny's just an all-star every year, and it's going to be like, yeah, I need $250 million for 4 years or whatever it is at that point.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. If Dame comes back and is like, I want a lifetime deal, give me 25 a year, and I'm chilling. So I'm like, I don't know about that. If Scoot just is good now, and it's going to be like, hey, I don't need like LaMelo, but I need 89% of what LaMelo's deal is.
Right.
Probably not getting it. Now that he owns 2 teams, he didn't even sell the Hurricanes. He owns them both.
Yeah, right.
Where's the cash flow?
Yeah, that's a good point.
He just didn't even sell them. They're just sitting there. I don't know. And they're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals again. I would assume they're going to lose in the Eastern Conference Finals again because they just didn't make the trade for the big guy. And they don't have a goaltender because they refuse to spend money on the goaltender now too. So that's my problem with him taking over. Like, I cannot believe that the NBA, where money is like the most important thing, the Mavericks lost money in their 2024 finals run. Like I found that out.
Yeah.
They lost like a few $100,000 because they had to pay employees and all this kind of stuff time and a half because it's the playoffs and it's playoff bonuses and all these kinds of things. You don't really make money in this business if you make it far. You do it because you love it. And I cannot believe that the NBA was like, yeah, he can come in. He already owns a team, and just like didn't do any of the research and just like look at his hockey team and be like, where's your $12 million player? Because that's like an expensive player in hockey. Now it's $17 million, and they don't have any of those guys. They're all at 8 or under.
Just another like notch against Adam Silver for not vetting this guy. You know what I'm saying?
So
it's like
bad,
how many like marks can we get until this guy like actually needs to get replaced?
I'd rather have just a bad guy that spends a shitload of money. You know, like
Ishbia. I'd rather have Ishbia. It's more fun. You know what I'm saying?
Ishbia,
it's more fun.
I don't want like Donald Sterling or Robert Sarver. Like Sarver was one of the cheap ones as well. Like we got him out of there, and now you got Ishbia just going to go blow it up. Fuck it. I'll spend all the money to just try to be good and win. I'd rather those guys come in and try and fail or win.
Absolutely.
Than a Hurricanes owner to come in and just be like, hey, we're going to cut costs on every fucking corner. And the only team in the Northwest right now, so all of the Seattle fans that were Seattle fans once upon a time are pretty much Trailblazer fans now. And it's a historical team. You have a championship from Bill Walton. Like, it's an important team in the NBA sphere that no one watches because they're on the West Coast because we're all East Coast people. And because it's fucking 10 p.m. by the time they start. And no, it's egregious that he's there. And somehow they won game 2. I didn't see it. I didn't see it happening. Big rant from me. Sorry.
No, you're good. That's good. I was wondering about, because I was seeing a lot of people being like, this guy's super cheap. And I was trying to like, look into that. So it's good to know that Denny's going to have to find a new team in a couple years.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if if he sells the Hurricanes and then starts spending money. Sure. Because I think Hurricanes fans would be happy, and then Trailblazers fans would be happy and be a good thing. But because he can get $2 billion probably for the Hurricanes right now.
Oh, dude, I don't know how I would do it in a heartbeat. Like I would do it so fast.
$2 billion, and then you could just invest like $500 million into the Blazers after the deal and go live happily ever after and just fuck off.
Yeah,
sounds like a good deal to me. I don't know. But Wemby's out with a concussion. We'll see what his status is for game 3 eventually, right? Do they play tonight? They do play tonight, 9:30.
Yeah, I would say. I doubt he plays tonight.
There's no way he plays, right? If they do let him play, this is tonight. NFL type of
it's like Tua coming back after getting knocked out in the same game.
That was don't remind me. That was the worst. Yeah. That was the best and worst year of my life. It was awful.
Yeah.
As a Dolphins fan. But what can you do? I don't really care to talk about the Sixers Celtics series or the Pistons Magic. Do you have any words on either of them? Like I know that they both have evened the series and like that's entertaining in pieces. I think
the only thing I want to talk about really quick is just like if the Sixers do somehow get up another game, Embiid's probably coming back.
That's what I've seen. Interesting. Okay.
Which would make this series really fun because then it's just like, all right, Neemias Queta, let's see what you actually got. You know what I mean? All right, Luka Garza, like, have fun. You know what I'm saying? And that was what we talked about before this playoff started. Was if there was a chance that Embiid came back, we know the only real hole in the Boston lineup is like their forwards, their centers. And if Embiid's back and he's playing, this turns into like an actual like. This could be a really fun, like 6-7 game series. So, stealing one in Boston, huge. Tyrese Maxey was awesome. VJ Combe, first guy really since like it's probably LeBron because it's always LeBron, but like a 30-10 as a rookie in the playoffs is just like stupid. Like it's just like unbelievable how like good this rookie class was. Like for him not to be even in the rookie of the year conversation,
it's like not even in there.
Is he might be like. There is a world where he's the best player of this class in a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Not out of the question. Distant third in the rookie of the year voting. Like not even in the consideration. It's just two white guys from Duke.
It was and he was not in anyone's like ballots. It's gonna be interesting to see how that one when that one comes out. It has to be coming out any day now. That rookie of the year,
right? I've seen a bunch of votes and it's kind of close.
It's that's not surprised.
Not surprised. It just felt like that last month and a half of the season should have skewed it towards Coop because he's like, here's 51, here's 40, here's 39. Like,
and I do think the plan probably swung.
The plan definitely hurt him. What do we think about the NBA delaying the votes because of the Luka news and the Cade news to have exemptions from the 65 game rule, the extreme exemptions or whatever. I agree that they should have delayed it until they had the final answer on that. I also think that they should have had the final answer on that after the regular season was over, because I would assume that they filed it weeks before, right?
It probably could have been a faster process. And also, it's weird because why was the Rookie of the Year delayed when that has no bearing on the Luka and Cade stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Sixth Man of the Year and
Sixth Man of the Year. You know, we hear
all the
Simmons,
awards, quite frankly, except for MVP and Depoy, right? Like you could
exactly
get away with
so
it.
it's like you could have really just like avoided like basically the MVP conversations, the All NBA conversations. They could have just voted on the Rookie of the Year, and that way none of the speculation happens.
Yeah.
So
thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can you do? Paul George has been good as well this series, or he was good in game 2. Like that's a huge thing for them. Like if Paul George is just going to be fine and like going to give you some points and shoot well from the field, like that's going to be an additive thing for the Sixers that they haven't really had most of the season. Even
I was saying
he can get Embiid back.
Yeah, his suspension, silver lining, he didn't play 25 games, which means he could get healthy, which he hasn't been in a couple of years. So
it's the funniest thing that he got suspended for that one. Whatever.
Yeah. Pistons had the series too. What was it? Right? You said Pistons Magic. It's hilarious that the Magic put up 83 points. Shout out Bam. That's
your clip from NBA Nightman was very funny.
Dude, that's so funny to me that they put up 83 points. Like not
in a year where someone put up 83 points.
It's like 84 points, 85 points, 82 points. No, it has to be like right at Bam's 83. That's so funny.
Like imagine you went into a coma in like 2004 and you're just a huge NBA fan, and then you came out and you watch this game and you're like, yeah, still got my game. This is my game right now. And then someone's like, yeah, Bam Adebayo, who went to Kentucky, has played for Miami for several seasons and has never been like the best player on the team, put up 83 this year on his own.
Averages like 22 points a game.
Because you never even saw the Kobe one if you went into a coma in 2004, right?
I know.
Like 06 or 07.
Yeah.
So you would have never seen the 81. So like the most you've ever seen in person is maybe like Michael Jordan's 63 in the playoffs.
Probably Robinson's 70, right?
Right. Yeah. Robinson's 70. Yeah. And that was just an egregious game at that time. But yeah, good for the Pistons. That was like what I expected out of the Pistons.
Yeah. Not surprising. I think
not good offense, but exceptional defense, especially against the Magic.
This might come back to bite me saying this, but I'm going to stand by it. After they won game 1, people were doing this crazy revisionist history where they're like, this is actually closer to a 4-5 matchup than a 1-8 matchup. And I was like, no, it's fucking not, dude. No, it's not. Don't tell me that. And hey, maybe the Magic will make this a series, but I think they're going to lose gentleman's sweep. I think it's going to be like 3 more games and they're done. But people saying that to me it's a joke. Like, no one thought they were even going to make it out of the play-in, much less give this Pistons team a run. And for people to be like, this is actually going to be a close series because of the Magic's physicality, it's like, all right, dude.
I have a twist on that.
Okay.
The games themselves is like a 4-5 matchup. Like if you just put a 4 and a 5 next to these two teams, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. Like if you didn't give me any of the context from the season, like the style of play and the game results and everything, I'm like, yeah, this is 4-5. This is NBA TV all day long. Not that they have any of those anymore, but like style of play wise, and you take every statistic away from me, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But however, no, the Pistons, if they don't reverse sweep this, or if it doesn't end in 6, then if it doesn't end in 5, I'm shocked, honestly.
I genuinely would be shocked because this team wanted to go to Cancun, 1, 2, 3 Cancun, like 5 days ago. So
48 hours ago.
yeah.
Before their first game. So, all right, walk us through the Booker tech, reverse tech, still fined, plus the referee situation. We need to talk about that before we get out of here.
Yeah. Last thing. It's basically just like here's the problem. Here's why it's so annoying. We already know the Thunder are a better team than the Suns. Most of us thought this was going to be a 4-game series, a 5-game series at most. So the fact that the Thunder and the Suns are getting these calls, going to Thunder way and going against the Suns is what makes it so annoying because they don't need it. They're already a really good team. They don't need these calls. The Booker thing, he's going out of bounds. He gets the ball gets deflected. He's trying to save the ball from going out of bounds. He throws it behind him. He has no idea where the ball is. He's just trying to get it back in play. He gets pushed out of bounds. The ball hits bench Jalen Williams, and it hits him like in the chest. It doesn't hit him in the face. It doesn't hit him, he's not crying about it. And Caruso comes over and is like, oh, that's a tech. That's a tech. That's a tech. He can't do that. He threw the ball at one of our players. And the refs are like looking at each other and they're like, yep, give him a tech. And it's like, what are we doing? We're listening to these guys who are like, who are already going to win the series 4-0 anyways. And we're giving them these bullshit technicals. And Book after the game's obviously pissed off. And he's like, in my 11 years, and I've been in the league 11 years. I've been to the finals. I know I haven't won a ring, but like you would think like I have some kind of respect around here. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm literally trying to save a ball out of bounds. And he calls him out. He says, I'm going to get fined. I know it, but I have to say like the officiating was bullshit.
Yeah.
And so the league comes out, obviously, as they do, with their stupid NBA referee account that I hate because they never own up to any mistakes that they make. And they're like, Devin Booker, we have reviewed the game footage. We have decided that we didn't do anything wrong, essentially. But also, your tech is rescinded. But also, here's a $35,000 fine. It doesn't make any sense. Like, they can't admit fault, but they took away the tech. But they still fine Booker for complaining about the tech that they took away.
And the problem is that the OKC players that were coming over to the refs and be like, "That's a tech, bro. Like you gotta give him that tech." That's the Michael Jordan clip from like '98 or something like that. And he's talking to the ref and he's like, "Yeah, come on, that's a foul." And the guy's like, "You're right, Mike. That is a foul." Michael Jordan, the best player in the game at that point ever in history, like not even close. And you're talking to him. That's one thing. But if Alex fucking Caruso, sure, 2-time champion, role player, fucking extraordinaire, like. Yeah. He's a role player to the max. He is a bench player to the max. And he's coming over here and convincing the rest. That is the issue, is that the entire, like, if you just have that stupid fucking cobalt blue on with a little bit of orange, like, if you have that jersey on, you get whatever the fuck you want. This isn't Steph Curry's Warriors with Kevin Durant and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson and all these fucking Hall of Famers. This is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is the guaranteed Hall of Famer in this thing. And then, like, a bunch of dudes that are really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's a great team and everything, but like if you just have that cobalt blue on and you just go over the ref, you ask for something, the ref is going to give it to you, and that is the issue. That is the problem that we've had for the last 2 seasons. That is the main problem.
They should add the cobalt blue into the refs' uniforms. They just to make a match
stripe, like an arm sleeve or like a
arm sleeve would be hilarious.
Whatever they're like you remember when Bill Russell passed away and they put the black stripe on the corner of the jersey here around the sleeve or whatever. Like we just have something like that across it, and it's just cobalt blue on one side and orange on the other.
Yeah. Not only that, but it came out recently. It's been all over social media, but the NBA head of operations, literally the vice president, the head of operations of the referee, like whatever association, is a Thunder fan. There's tweets about him tweeting about the Thunder. It's bad, man. It's when you have a clear bias.
Yeah.
And you would think too, like, okay, well, he's not on the floor. He's not making these calls in game. Well, someone's like we just said, someone's reviewing the game footage. Someone's making the final decisions. He's 100% a part of that conversation.
And the one thing I look at, like, obviously, if you are working in sports in any way, shape, or form, if you are a referee or a GM or a journalist or something, you are a fan of the game. At some point, you started a fandom. You probably had a favorite team, and you probably had a favorite player, right?
1,000%.
All of that is absolutely fucking allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
However, if you're the head of this thing and you're tweeting this shit out 12 years ago, like prime KD, Russ, Harden, like we're in that era. Like that's a little too. What were you doing before, like during that time? Because you like you had to work your way up. So like, you could be a fan of your team, but you cannot let that. Like, obviously, I'm a credentialed media member for the Dallas Stars. In the press box, I cannot be a Stars fan.
Right.
I've done it a handful of times, and I haven't gotten nicked for it or anything. But everyone in that press box knows what I'm there for as a fan / journalist. I'm fan first, then a journalist. Like I'm going to bring things to the table, whatever. All the players know that. All the people in the PR team, everything. But like I'm very upfront of what I'm doing as a journalist. I'm not affecting the game. Like, I'm not a
No.
referee. I'm not
No.
a person reviewing things in Toronto for the NHL. Like, I'm just there to watch the game, to tweet about it, to put a podcast out, and yeah, being that not far removed. Because if you're tweeting something, that is in a very prime version of what the NBA is. Like,
yeah. It's too. There's too many like pieces, you know. There's too many.
Should have just deleted your Twitter once you got up.
That too. You should have. Yeah, that's actually.
I would have never known.
Yeah, you should have just deleted it.
Shout out Diana Brissini for deleting her Twitter yesterday. Fucking yikes, bro.
Good luck.
Godspeed. So yeah, the Thunder, while incredibly good and skilled team, are like so fucking annoying.
Yeah, it sucks to watch. And everyone who says it doesn't is a homer. Sorry. It's not fun to watch.
Shout out to Dylan Brooks though. Game of his life.
Hey, the Rockets probably, you know, could be missing a little bit.
If they just keep Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, like,
I don't know.
They get past this Lakers team. If we're given the same matchup and the same record and everything, they get past this Lakers team right now.
To be clear, I think the Rockets are still going to win this series. Like I know they're down 2-0. Both games were in LA. Like we said, like the bench is going to play better. The team's going to shoot better in Houston. They've shot the ball terribly in Los Angeles. They'll play better at home. I think they go up to. They tie the series 2-2. Maybe Luka comes back at that point. Maybe Reeves comes back.
Yeah, Reeves is questionable for tonight. So
yeah, I still can't do it. I can't drop it. I can't in my head wrap my brain around like the Lakers pulling this off, and they could.
It's literally vibes, dude. The Lakers have vibes, and the Rockets have the opposite of vibes.
Yeah, it is.
That's my issue. And
pure vibes.
Sengun plays like he has mayonnaise in his ass. So
yeah. I mean, obviously they can go down 3-0, so they have to win this game. So we'll see.
What was that tweet? Was the San Antonio tweet? Like NBA Twitter's just having a time. The one from the movie The Whale, Brendan, whatever his name. It's like San Antonio fans trying to get out of their seats when the PA announcer comes.
Yeah,
get out of your seats. Man, I love NBA Twitter. They're on a roll, man.
It's always playoff time. Top tier.
Like this, it's so good. I haven't stopped laughing at NBA Twitter. It's been exceptional. And then I'm getting fucking attacked by hockey fans. It's what a time for me. Impressions are all-time high.
Let's get
all-time high.
Get them going. Get them up.
It's good stuff. All right, Drew. You got anything else before we get out of here?
No, that's it. Shout out RJ Barrett. 13 points in the final like 5 minutes to get the series 2-1. They had to win that game, so not surprised. That'll be interesting. Game 4 is going to be like obviously very pivotal, you know. Yeah. Again, it's like the Raptors kind of have to have it to not be down 3-1, so that'll be fun. But yeah, it's been a great start to the playoffs. A lot of higher seeds, like we said. I mean, Spurs 2 seed tied 1-1, Nuggets 3 seed down 2-1,
Celtics 1-1,
Celtics 1-1, Pistons 1-1. You know, it's been a really fun start.
Yeah, good first round. I think we've had a handful of good first rounds over the last few years. So, yeah, good stuff. All right. Well, that'll do it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the Apollo NBA Show on YouTube, audio podcasts like Apple and Spotify, where we also have video on Spotify. Follow us on social media at the Apollo NBA Show on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the things. Follow Drew. He's got a new channel called the NBA Nightman. He's got a lot of daily content and daily shorts and more things out. So if you need more NBA content, go to NBA Nightman on YouTube and on TikTok, I believe. So shout out to Drewby for making that content. I've been enjoying it, so you should go enjoy it too. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back very, very soon. Another episode of the Apollo NBA Show.